Hello everyone. Monday, May 4th. This is going to be lesson 10.3. I'll be looking at page, I just lost it, I think it's page 599. I'll get that clarified. And I'm going to be doing 4 problems. Today we're looking at more converting units, weight today, and we'll be getting started. It's going to be very similar to what we've been doing. You might find it quite a bit easier because there's only 2 conversions involved. So it's pretty quick and easy. So I hope you enjoy. Like a lot of you, I've been trying to do a little spring cleaning around the house. And so, naturally, if I'm going to do some spring cleaning, I thought I'd get all my cleaning supplies together and have a little meeting, make sure everyone knows what their job is, the mop, the bucket, so on and so forth. I got about 10 minutes into my meeting and I noticed that my broom wasn't there. And then eventually the broom came in late. I said, "Broom, what's going on here? Why are you late?" You know what he said? He overswept. All right, a few reminders. We're still playing by the same rules here. If the unit that you're starting with is larger and you're going to the smaller unit, think like if you were going from feet to inches, if this was a measurement thing, you would want to multiply. And if we're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, you're going to do the opposite. You're going to divide. Now, we are doing weight. We are on page 599. These are the problems I'll be going over. These are the only 2 conversions you need today. You just need to know that 1 pound is equivalent to 16 ounces, and that 1 ton is going to be 2,000 pounds. Let's start with number 5. So for number 5, first thing I always like to figure out is, am I going from a larger unit to a smaller or a smaller to a larger? In this case, pounds are greater than ounces. So this is a big to small, which tells me we're going to be doing multiplication. Now we need to multiply our starting number 23 times the number of ounces in a single pound. Up here I see there are 16 ounces in a single pound. So we're going to do 23 times 16. I am using a calculator just so you... I got 368 ounces for our first answer. And that's all there is to it. Now we're ready for number 7. All right, number 7. For this problem, we have 144 ounces, and we're converting it to pounds. Again, we want to determine, are we going large to small or small to large? Ounces are smaller than pounds, so I know I'm going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, which tells me we want to use division for this problem. Now we're going to want to divide those ounces by the number of ounces in a pound. So 144 is going to be divided by 16. Now that's not going to be a real clean division for me. It does come out with no remainder, of course, but you might have to do a little guessing and checking with that one. Or if you want to use a calculator here, it's not going to bug me too much, because what we're trying to get here is you just getting used to converting and whether or not you should be multiplying or dividing. So calculators are welcome. So I'm going to take that 144 and I'm going to divide it by the number of ounces in a pound. And we hit it smack in the head with 9. Let's move on to number 11. All right, so for number 11, they give us 2 different weights and they use different units, ounces and pounds. We just need to determine which is greater or which is less, or sometimes they'll be equal, and then we'll use our inequality symbols to indicate that. Sorry about that. So you have to make a decision here. We know that the relationship between pounds and ounces is that there are 16 ounces in a pound. So if you're going to be going from ounces and you want to convert it to pounds so that you can compare it, we would have to divide by 16. However, if instead you would rather take the pounds and turn it to ounces, then we're going to be multiplying by 16. Typically, it's a little quicker to use multiplication. So I'm going to do that. 8 times 6 is 48. And 8 times 1 is 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that tells me that this 8 pounds is equivalent to 128 ounces. So this 130 ounces is the greater of the 2. So we just use that inequality symbol. Remember, Pac-Man eats the bigger. And now our final problem. We are again going to be using our inequality symbols to compare the 2 things here. Tons are greater than, I didn't write this, tons are greater than pounds. So if I'm going from this and converting it to pounds, I'm going to want to multiply that by the number of pounds in a ton, which is 2,000. However, if you feel like it, you could go from pounds to tons, so that'd be small to big, and that would be a division problem where you would do 32,000 divided by 2,000. either one, and this one wouldn't be hard at all to divide by 2,000, so either one's a good choice. For speed, I'm just going to go ahead and take that 16 times 2,000. And then the second row, remember we begin that with a 0. Sorry for my handwriting, I'm reaching around the camera again. 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 0 is 0, and 1 times 2 is 2. And we're going to add them up. And put in our comma. So I got 16 tons is equivalent to 32,000 pounds, which means for this guy, they're actually equal to one another. That's all for today. I hope that was feeling pretty familiar after I know last week's lessons. This should start to catch on. This is still right here. This is the key. You need to remember this, and that'll really help you as you do all your conversions as you go through school. All right, hope you guys are having a good Monday. I guess I should have mentioned I am trapped in my son's room today. That's why we have a little bit different environment, and I'm sitting under a bunk bed. So, but at least I can dunk anytime I need to. Have a good one, guys. See you tomorrow.